Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy, Markie Ace, back at it again today with another video. So, as you guys know, my favorite WWE event of the year, other than WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, has come and gone. And I know it's a little late. Well, I guess it's never too late to do this, but yeah, as you know, we are on the road to WrestleMania now. Now that the Royal Rumble has come and gone, and the Elimination Chamber is coming up, which is gonna be in my hometown of Toronto. So it is gonna be the next pay-per-view. I'm gonna be there, and the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania. But before that, I'm gonna just give my thoughts and review on this year's WWE Royal Rumble event, because I gotta say, yeah, it wasn't what I expected, but I do think it was the best one yet. So my first thoughts. Okay, so first up, we had the women's Royal Rumble match, right? So my thoughts, man, I thought it was pretty cool. We had some pretty good surprise entrants, from NXT and returning. We saw the likes of, from NXT, we saw like Lash legend Jada Parker, Stephanie Vaquer, and Julia from NXT. I'd say Roxanne Perez too, but she's pretty much gonna be on the main roster now, and pretty soon after NXT Vengeance Day, her triple threat match. So I wouldn't disregard her as an NXT talent anymore. But yeah, some good surprises, some good entrants from NXT that made their Royal Rumble debut this year. I thought it was pretty cool. And then we saw some returns like Trish Stratus and Nikki Bella. If I'm forgetting anybody, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, overall, I thought the Rumble was pretty good, but I think, in my opinion, it would have been better if we had a different winner. I'm Liv Morgan, I'm looking at you. But yeah, so Charlotte Flair won that Rumble for a second time. She's now the first woman to win the Royal Rumble, to have won it twice. So there's that. I've won it twice, so she'll be punching her ticket now to WrestleMania. The main question is, which championship will she choose? Hopefully not the NXT Women's Championship like the last time she won it. But it is what it is. But kudos to Roxanne Perez in the match, because I thought she was really the MVP of the match, man. Like, look at it, she broke the record for longest running competitor in a single women's Royal Rumble at 1 hour 7 minutes, and I think it was something seconds. But yeah, she broke a record in this year's women's Royal Rumble for the longest running competitor in a single Rumble match, and the record was actually broken by Liv Morgan at 1 hour and 7 minutes. But then Roxanne broke the record, mere seconds later after Liv got eliminated. So yeah, honestly, kudos to that. And Roxanne was also the runner-up in the Women's Royal Rumble this year. Also on a high note, I was actually kind of rooting for her to kind of win that, since my other picks didn't seem to get the job done. I was hoping maybe she will, become the first, superstar straight from NXT to, actually win the Royal Rumble. And, but then I was like, Charlotte Flair got the win. It is what it is. Here's a hoping to next year's Rumble, a better winner, a better result of the Women's Rumble next year. But yeah, I got to give her props to Roxanne. She really made her a moment in this year's Royal Rumble. Longest running Iron Woman and runner up. She almost won. She was like this close to winning it, man. This close. Okay. But yeah, takeaway. I'll give it. I wouldn't say it was that bad. I'd say probably give it like a 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, it could have been better if it went the way I wished it would. But it is what it is. I'll give it an 8.10. Hopefully, the results, like I said, hopefully the results will be better next year, right? But I thought, we had some pretty good entrants. I was expecting some other, entrants, especially from NXT. I would have wanted like a few other names, like maybe like Lola Vice or like freaking even Kalani. I would have went hard if Kalani got to enter that Rumble this year. But it is what it is, man. And then next up we had the 2 out of 3 falls tag team title match, WWE tag team title match between DIY, that is Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, versus the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Now that match I didn't really give too much shits about. It was one of those matches. It was like, okay, it was like we just had a Rumble match, so we're just gonna cool everything down with like a nice cooler match. So we had that match to throw in there. Honestly, I'll say it wasn't a bad match. I'll give it like 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, honestly, I didn't care too much about it. But I would give it 7.5. Just because like yeah, near the ending, kind of had me looking at what was happening. Like the Street Profits getting involved in shit. Street Profits involving themselves in the end of that match, and which had like all that commotion at the end of that match. Yeah, but that match is what it is. And then we had the ladder match for the WWE Championship: Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. Now that match, I will say, that match actually did deliver. I think that's the first time ever we had a ladder match happen at a Royal Rumble event. So it was pretty cool. Like other than a Royal Rumble, nothing then other than the Royal Rumble matches to have like a ladder match, happen at the event. Like you guys know what I'm saying, But yeah, I thought that match kind of delivered, with like the ladders, like especially near the ending, and like fucking Cody and Kevin were like throwing each other into the ladders and shit, and then like at one point they both hurt themselves after doing like a move off the ladder or some shit. You had Sami Zayn coming out there and trying to check on both, because for like concern, and then obviously in the end you had Cody stand tall and kind of like powerbomb KO onto a ladder off the announce table, which kind of like hurt him really bad, and then that's how Cody got his victory. Yeah, I will say that match delivered. I'll give it like a 8 out of 10. Kind of it delivered with like I said, all the commotion at the near the end of the match, kind of like took everything away. But yeah, pretty cool match. It was pretty cool title match for an event like the Royal Rumble. I will see that. Yeah, like honestly, a fire match, man. A fire match to just like take it away. And then last but not least, you had the men's Royal Rumble match. And obviously, I think a lot of moments, to take away from the men's Rumble. I thought it was pretty awesome. Like I like the winner we had this year. Obviously, I was hoping Punk would have won, but when Jay won, I was like, this is a miracle, man. Like like you don't expect a guy like Jey Uso to maybe win the Rumble yet, like maybe he gets a few more pushes and he finally wins it, but dude made his moment this year, man. He went from being a twin in a tag team, to winning the fucking Royal Rumble, man, and that's what I'm like. That's what I'm like, That's what I'm like blessed to see, man. Like, man, like freaking a guy like Jey Uso to win the Royal Rumble this year. Like probably the biggest dark horse, but it was cool. Like shit fucking made my night, man. So I thought that was pretty cool, right? And obviously we were saying like he last eliminated John fucking Cena to win. Like at one point I thought like okay, like maybe maybe I guess John Cena's gonna win the Rumble for a third time, right, and tie with Stone Cold, but he didn't. And I was like oh shit, like but yeah, John Cena's a good guy, man. I feel like maybe like they actually wanted John to win that Royal Rumble, but John was like, nah, like, I don't want to, I want to give to somebody who's worked hard on worked hard in the company this year to like get that spot, so thought John was a pretty good guy for that, man. But yeah, honestly, the signs were like near the end. The signs were kind of looking at like maybe John Cena's gonna win it like for a third time, right? But yeah, like so many moments, man. Like, bro, we fucking had a lot of debuts, a lot of Rumble debuts and surprises, man, bro. Like Joe Hendry, like, come on, you had Joe Hendry show up, Joe Hendry from TNA show up in the Rumble. He came out with his TNA title, whatever. And everybody was singing along, man. And then you also had I Show Speed, who thanks to Carmelo Hayes, who cost Akira Tozawa the opportunity to enter his first Rumble for, I Show Speed. He made his moment, when he entered the Rumble, and then took a nasty spear from Braun Breaker, and then a nasty elimination, by Otis by like getting thrown onto the announce table, onto and off the announce table and shit, man. I'm like, that was a crazy Rumble match, man. Even near the end when you had like, the commotion between Roman, Seth, and Punk after they all got eliminated, Someone tells me we're gonna set up, like, there's gonna be a big WrestleMania feud, like, planned for those three. Maybe, I guess so. Well, I guess we'll have to wait till, after the Elimination Chamber to see what happens, but, But man, even Logan, Logan Paul, man, this guy really understands the business. He's new to the business, but he understands like how it works, and he's like grinding hard, bro. Like, bro, I remember 2 years ago at this event, man, he fucking eliminated Seth Rollins. This year he eliminates AJ Styles and CM Punk, man. Can you guys believe that? That's like, that's crazy, man. But yeah, I'll give the Rumble actually I'll give it a 9 out of 10. 9 for just like everything that happened in the match, and then of course the result, like the winner. So I'll give that. So overall, yeah, man, I do think that the event was pretty good. It was definitely better than like the last few recent Royal Rumbles that I've watched. But this was pretty good. They killed it. They even had a sold out show, man. They sold out. They were at the fucking Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Sold out event. I thought it was crazy, But yeah, those are my thoughts and reviews on this year's Royal Rumble event. Yo guys, man. So drop a comment, man, on who you guys think are gonna win next year's Royal Rumble matches, man. So they're gonna be in Saudi Arabia next year for next year's Royal Rumble event. So they're gonna be in Riyadh. So it's gonna be a different one. First one outside of North America, and I guess it's gonna be a Royal Rumble event that we're gonna have to, or an annual Royal Rumble event that we'll have to tune in, during the day to watch. But drop your comments down below on who you think's gonna win those Rumbles. And yeah, man, it'll also be the second Royal Rumble event since we had the greatest Royal Rumble, which was the first Saudi Arabia show, but second Royal Rumble event to be in Saudi Arabia and the first annual Rumble event. So drop your comments down below on what you think's gonna happen next year, and then yeah, as you guys know, Elimination Chamber in Toronto is next. I'm gonna be there. You can also drop your thoughts on what's gonna happen at Elimination Chamber as well. And that's gonna do it for this video. It's been your boy Markie Ace. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you are new. And I'm gonna head out for today. That's it for this video. So yeah, see you guys, and get out of here, man.
Go, hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way.